Alright people, so I got some pretty interesting news bits regarding One Piece and a little bit of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods 2. Now, starting off with One Piece, we got a pretty good revelation from Eiichiro Oda himself. He was talking to another fellow mangaka, and it's actually quite funny that he met this mangaka because one of his daughters was a fan of her manga. Like, I find that kind of funny, like the most popular mangaka of all time, his daughters is a fan of somebody else's manga. But anyway, you know, maybe she likes One Piece too, who the hell knows, right? But he connected with her and they was exchanging emails, whatnot, and she asked him, do you have what One Piece is, you know, the ending all sorted out? And he was like, yeah, I have it all sorted out. You want me to tell you what it is? And I was thinking to myself, like, Oda, you really would just, like, randomly say, oh, yeah, no, sure, here, let me tell you how it's gonna end and everything. I was just thinking to myself, like, Oda, you don't be so reckless, bro. Don't be too reckless. So, already there, which we already had that confirmed a long time ago, that he had One Piece set in stone, how he was gonna end it. She replied to him, I don't think I should know what One Piece is, but she ultimately asked, One Piece isn't basically going to be like, you know, the growth of your heart or something like that. You know, she was asking if it's basically going to be something very shonen-ish. Like, this is one of my fears that I had regarding what the One Piece will be. Like, oh, it's going to be the adventure, the journey, the experiences that you've obtained throughout your journey. And Oda dispelled that immediately. He was like, no, it's not going to be some Wizard of Oz type of ending. I'm not going to have somebody go through this entire journey. You know, a lot of people go through this entire journey. Millions of people, only to give them nothing, basically. They need some sort of reward. So, we have confirmation that the One Piece is not going to be something like just as generic as ever as, oh, it's the adventure that you went through, which is such a sigh of relief for me in particular, because that was one of the things I was a little bit like, damn, what if Oda at the end says, Roger left a letter behind, and in the letter, Roger's like, oh yeah, the One Piece is the journey and the experiences that you got. I would have felt a little bit disappointed with that, because while at the end of the day, yeah, they did have all these journeys, that shouldn't be what One Piece ultimately is. Now, I never really talked about what I think One Piece should be, and I guess this is the appropriate time to talk a little bit about what I would personally like for One Piece to be. Not what I think it's going to be, but what ultimately I would like for One Piece to be. Now, with One Piece, I don't want it just to be like a treasure box filled with treasure or something like that. While that would be, you know, just, hey, it's the treasure. Ultimately, I would like for something a lot greater than that. Maybe it'll be a treasure box with a bunch of treasure, and then under it, there's something, a code to get to the true One Piece or something like that. I think that the One Piece should be something maybe a very rare or special devil fruit, or something magical to the point where maybe it's something similar to, like, I want to say maybe like the Dragon Balls, in a sense where like you could get a wish out of it. I want One Piece to be something larger than life, something that really makes it like, holy shit, you know, I went through all this, and while the journey is incredible and everything, we went through crazy missions and it's just been a great time, ultimately this was a great prize at the end of the road as well. So whatever One Piece may be, you know, Roger left it behind. It can't be too great, because if it was something like a wish, you know, you could wish to change the world or something, Roger would have did that. So it has to be something at the same time not too grand. Maybe it could be some sort of devil fruit that gives you any ability. Maybe it could be something that you can ask for anything you want, but you can't get too extreme, again, something like the Dragon Ball. So ultimately, I would just like for it to be something a little bit larger than life, something magical, something mystifying, because at the end of the day, One Piece, you know, it's a long journey, and we got a long journey ahead of us. So I want it to be something worthwhile at the same time. And again, I think like maybe a very rare devil fruit, or the mother of all devil fruit, something that gives you every devil fruit ability out there without having to, you know, get it destroyed by eating it. Something like that would be very interesting. And ultimately, I just want for One Piece to be something where I can say, damn, you know, that was a pretty big thing. So that's mainly my take on the whole One Piece thing. I'm just really relieved and glad that when we go through this journey, at the end of it all, One Piece just ain't going to be some ideology of like, yeah, man, that's how you should live, the journey and everything like that. Now, as far as the Dragon Ball news goes, we got a little bit more into Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods 2. The thing that I was talking about a few weeks ago, where I was saying basically that they said it's the worst wish possible. Now, apparently, it's been revealed what the wish is, sort of, not all the way. It's that it was to revive somebody. Now, who being revived would be just a terrible thing at this particular point? And how would that also connect with the Battle of Gods 2 plot that's been set up with all the people around the universe? Now, I'm honestly thinking that maybe they would do something like this, which I kind of at this point wouldn't want them to do, but maybe it could have something to do with Broly, because at the end of the day, Broly was the biggest thing of Dragon Ball movies. People love Broly and everything. Maybe it could be a wish to revive Broly, but we know that he's not canon, so it would have to be like Broly reinvented or something, basically like them working Broly into the actual canon story. Maybe Broly will be indeed the first Super Saiyan God. Maybe they're going to rework Broly that he was a god or something like that, because I can honestly see for some reason Broly being involved somehow. As much as, like, I like Broly, but he's just, for me, like, separate, you know, because he's not technically canon the way it was working to the story. So I'm guessing that whatever it is a revival, it's going to be something catastrophic, or maybe it's one of the original gods of destruction. Maybe it's one of the original gods that they're going to revive, because other than that, at this particular point, Frieza, Cell, anybody that we've already previously encountered being wished back would be nothing. I mean, Goku would fucking sneeze on Frieza and he'll get, you know, destroyed everything. So whoever it may be, it has to be either somebody we haven't seen before, maybe the first Super Saiyan God, or something that connects to these gods, I think. Because if this has been set up that, you know, all these gods around the universe, maybe it will take that some of these gods will actually have to help the Z Warriors to put this person down, whoever is revived. Because if it's just, again, like Cell or Frieza or something like that, it wouldn't, even if they all were revived, it wouldn't really do much. Then again, they could pull some crazy shit and revive Bardock and give him some crazy superpowers or something. You never know. It could be that Bardock was the first legendary Super Saiyan God. I mean, at the end of the day, they have been reworking him around the timeline, and for some reason, they just seemingly are very fond of Bardock. So you never know. Maybe it could be Bardock comes back and he's some overpowered villain. But yeah, basically the wish is to revive somebody, who it may be. Only time will tell. And last but not least, just quickly wanted to mention, because a lot of people have been hitting me up why I haven't talked about it. There's going to be a One Piece special coming up, I believe, in August, and it's basically going to focus on the time period within the time skip, a little bit of the events of what happened. I think we're going to get like Luffy versus Rayleigh. I think I don't really need to say it, but obviously I'm ecstatic about it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be incredible. We're probably going to have to wait a bit though to get it, because it comes out in August, but since Funimation never really does the specials, they never subtitle them, maybe we'll get it like late August, early September. Either way, it's going to be insane and incredible, and for those that don't know, now you know. We're going to get some good info, and it's not only going to focus on Luffy, it's also going to have, I believe, some stuff with Buggy and a few other different people. Definitely one of the things out of that whole special that I would like to get clarified. I don't know if it is going to get clarified, but if something like what happened with Zoro's eye, I think that would be interesting as well. And I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know how true it is. I'll link it in the description, but I saw an article that said that somebody asked Oda if it's going to have any relevancy to Luffy possibly going Gear 4th, and Oda replied, you just gotta wait and see. And they kind of compared it to, I believe, one of the movies actually had the first appearance of what was somewhat Gear 2nd. It was like a test, and then it came into the manga. Coincidentally, Luffy's about to go up against Doflamingo in the manga, so it would kind of be a really interesting thing if we got a glimpse of what Gear 4th is in this special, and then we see him whip it out against Doflamingo in the upcoming manga chapters. But overall, this is all pretty fucking awesome news, especially like we found out that the One Piece is more than likely not going to be disappointing. We got an awesome special coming up, and a little bit more insight into Battle of Gods 2 and what this terrifying wish may be. Let me know what you guys think, most interesting thing, any predictions that you have on these 3 news articles, and just your overall thoughts. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoy the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so as well. That'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.